Fertility expert says that women can't get pregnant because having a job is masculine. Today an enormous, implausible, harmful statements designed to garner attention and make women panic. We've got Fiona Catch-Bolton. Please note, that's Fiona, not Dr. Fiona. Fiona stood up at the fertility show last weekend and told women that the reason that they can't get knocked up is because they are too masculine. I'll let that sink in for a moment. By the way, she was there in her capacity as the leader of Awakening Fertility, which claims to be able to get you pregnant if IVF did not work for you and you do not menstruate. Fiona explained this stance by giving an example of one, yes, really, woman she knew who struggled to get pregnant while having a job, and how she has therefore decided that this woman couldn't get pregnant because of having a job. She was the one that had the steady income, and she was the one actually wearing the pants in their relationship, and that affects female fertility, Fiona announced. It is because you are acting masculine and expecting your body to perform in a feminine way, she enlightened people who had given up their time to try and learn something about conception. She then went on to say that, by working as much as men, women are throwing their bodies off kilter, pushing them into a masculine or yang state. Apparently this is bad, because in order to conceive, a woman's body should be in a feminine state, which is about opening and surrendering. Opening and surrendering. Please excuse me while I surrender my lunch into the nearest bin. Clearly this is bollocks. The NHS explained very clearly that the majority of couples who have sex regularly will get pregnant. If that's not happening for you, that's probably because of your age, your health, or that you misunderstand how your cycle. David Lewis thinks Diego Costa is behind spat with Antonio Conte Talcal. How to climb Morocco's Atlas Mountains in a weekend. Mark Wright rather eloquently hits back at reports surrounding leggy brunette. Both men and women can experience stress in work. Stress tends to take a toll on your health and on your sex life, which can, in turn, stop you from getting pregnant. Which is, perhaps, where Fiona is getting her information. But if that's the case, couldn't she just say that? Why dress it up as something to do with gender? Honestly? Because there's a market for making women panic. We've been bullied into worrying about our faces, our bodies, our hair, our friendships and our relationships. We shell out for creams and lotions and scrubs and books to try and offset all of life's perfectly natural experiences. And conception is just another stick to beat us with. Men experience reduced sperm quality as they age. Do you hear that being harped on about every bloody day? Of course you don't. They're just allowed to get on with it. If they want to use their 80-year-old sperm to create a slightly subpar baby, that's fine. The ridiculous statement from Fiona was made at a fertility show. As in, a room full of dozens of stands and hundreds of reproductively challenged couples walking around, experiencing fertility products in a sales capacity. It's complete and utter madness. They've managed to commercialize something which should be, if you'll excuse the phrase, a piece of piss. But if you bully women into worrying, if you bombard them with facts about how their womb is calcifying with every day, that it's not full of baby, and throw stupid meaningless phrases like masculine yang at them, it's no wonder they're vulnerable enough to spend money on a ticket to a trade fair. As a woman, you're told not to get pregnant for the first 22 years of your life. If you get knocked up during school or university, that's some kind of shameful disaster. But as soon as you're out of university, you should be hunting for a man. Every time I hear someone talk about needed to educate women about their fertility, I want to scream. Has anyone ever met a single woman over the age of 28 who isn't painfully aware that she needs to find a boyfriend in the next quarter of an hour, or waved goodbye to her chance to be a mother and start committing to being a fun aunt? The messages about fertility and pregnancy and family planning and how we're all doing a terrible job and getting it wrong are around every single sodding corner. We don't need any more of it. So please, I beg of you, if you are trying to get pregnant, do not listen to people who benefit from your panic. Do not expose yourself to people who directly profit from your fear and sadness. Fertility struggles are heartbreaking.